Hello, everybody. It is the 8th of February, 2024. It's about 3:15 in the afternoon. I don't really have much time to work today. I might get an hour, hour and a half at most in, but wanted to get started anyway. Um, the next 3 days, I have no work. Well, very little work, I should say. So I should get quite a bit done this weekend, assuming I have enough parts received. I've gotten some, but not all. So I'm going to give you a quick tour of what I have received so far, and then let you know how things go. It's probably not going to be a video that I upload today on the 8th, since I'm not going to get a whole lot done, and I just realized I don't have my glasses on, so I'm working blind here, but I'm just going to switch this around and show you some of the things I've gotten. First thing is I got the calipers. They came in. Don't they look pretty? They're actually brand new. They are made in China, so I hope they're going to fit right and all that kind of stuff. But the price was good, and they do look nice. Right and left side. There's the other one. Also got the wheel cylinders. I got both these things through Amazon. And then I have some stuff that I ordered from Napa online. I got a couple more exhaust clamps, a couple more flange gaskets, and this will replace the burned out map light bulb. These two hoses up here came from Mark II Enterprises. They unusually had the best price from what I could find by far, and that's very unusual. Usually Mark II is the premium price, but they had the best price, so I was happy to give them the business for those front hoses. This rear hose came from Rock Auto. Pretty common hose, fortunately, so that one was easy to get. These are my old lines from the calipers. I'm not replacing this longer one. Don't, I think it actually comes with the new ones. I'm not even sure. But anyway, this little inlet tube here, however, I ordered new ones from Classic Tube because I rounded off both ends of these and I tried to get it off from the passenger side. So I decided I really don't want to reuse those. So I went ahead and spent the money and bought a pair of new ones from Classic Tube. So that should be here. They're the same company that sent me that fuel line, but to their credit, they're going to refund my money. I just have to get a box to put the tube back in and send it back to them. I think I threw it away, the one that came in, unfortunately. But I'm curious, is that long line? Is that the one that's already on here? Like that one right there? I'm just curious, sorry. Kind of looks like it is. Yep, it is. So that comes with the new calipers. I didn't even realize that. So that's kind of cool. I'm not sure why I took the. Oh, I know why I took it off because it was in the way when I was trying to get that line off. That's why I took that off. So for today, the little time I have, I'm going to do the simple things like putting these exhaust flange gaskets on and those two flanges on the both on the right side that were leaking somewhat. And then I decided to add two more clamps to my 11 that I already have because I'll illustrate this more closely when I get started on there. I'll tell you why I'm doing that. Um, and I think that's it. Yeah, it seems like I got something else too, but I don't remember what it was. But I haven't got my rotors back yet from my mechanic, so I haven't packed the bearings yet. In fact, I'm going to wait on packing the bearings until I get my Rock Auto shipment that has some tools in it, brake spring pliers. I also bought one of those wheel bearing packer things. They're not expensive and they hook on your grease gun. It's a lot easier, and I think it does a better job than packing by hand. So that may not show up till Monday. So I'll work with what I got and keep going from there. Continuing that conversation, what I was talking about with the second clamps that I'm going to put on here, there's actually a connecting pipe inside of this flex line that extends probably about that far. So what I'm going to do is put another clamp on the other end of that. That may or may not be necessary, but I think there's a little bit of exhaust gases sneaking through this one clamp. So I'm going to put another clamp at the other end of that connector, and hopefully that will completely seal that up. I'm also going to retighten all these nuts on here too to make sure I got them all. But this is one of the flanges that I'll add a second gas to. The other one being under there on the right side. The other thing I forgot to mention is today I bought a used drum from Stinkin' Lincoln. Um, oh, what's his name? John Lyman, I think it is. I don't remember for sure. Sorry, I forgot the name wrong. But anyway, he had one at a not an unreasonable price, and he's going to ship it to me. So I should have that sometime next week. At that point, by the middle or the end of next week, I should be able to finish completely with the brakes on this car. So we'll see how that goes. All right, it's a few minutes later now. I've finished doubling up the gaskets at the flange joints, both here and right there. So I'm hopeful that that took care of those two leaks. This one was especially bad. I also added a second clamp, as I described earlier, right here. So now there's two clamps, one at each end of the connector, small little connector pipe that's inside there. So I hope that will do the trick on that. Now, when I was on the other side, I happened to take a glance at the flex hose that's back here and discovered, much to my chagrin, it's not the same. I don't know why Rock Auto would say this would fit unless, oh, you know what? Maybe it does. Maybe I'm freaking out a little too soon. Maybe this screws. Yeah, I don't think so. I'll have to clean that up a little bit, but I don't think this part unscrews from this little block. I think this is one of those unique pieces for this car that I'm not going to be able to just replace by putting this in there. That'd be nice if I could, but looking at this, it looks like it's one piece to me. I know it's not focusing right, but yeah, I don't think this is going to work, unfortunately. So the bad thing about Rock Auto, as anybody knows, when you try to return a part to Rock Auto, you pay return shipping, and I paid very little for this hose, so it would probably cost more to ship it back than it would be to get any money back from that hose. So I guess I'm going to be going back to my friends at Mark II Enterprises. I know they have that one. So yeah, I'm a little disappointed about that. So anyway, so again on this side, I did the double clamps. I retightened all the other clamps. I did not double the gaskets here because I don't remember that leaking. So I may regret that later. I may end up getting even more of those. But so anyway, that's it for now. All right, I'm wrapping this abbreviated work session up. Running out of daylight and it's getting cold. I started working on breaking loose the brake lines. I was able to successfully break this line loose from this wheel cylinder on the passenger side, so that was a good thing. So I'll be able to replace that wheel cylinder fairly easily. Conversely, on the other side, I have not been able to break this one loose. Been trying and trying and trying very hard not to round off the edges. So I just sprayed three or four more coats of PB Blaster on the threads, and hopefully it'll come loose tomorrow. I was also able to break both of those loose from that specialized brake hose that I've now ordered a replacement for Mark II from, which I wish I had realized I needed this one too, because they already sent me my other ones. But I probably won't get this one until next week sometime. On the other end of that hose, I have not been able to break that loose yet either. So again, I sprayed more PB Blaster on it. So I'll continue on this for the next 3 days. I have lots of time available, hopefully in the next 3 days, to work on things. I don't remember if I mentioned it, but I also ordered a different electric choke. I just haven't been happy with this one, the way it works. This one is from a site that Brian recommended to me. A little more pricey, but it also looks like it has that loop or that pocket in there that will allow it to operate both ways, open and close, which is, I think, what I need. And while I was working today, my brake shoes and brake pads showed up from Rock Auto, so got some more pieces. So I will continue all this tomorrow. Thank you.